Hi, I'm Dan with Blue Collar Back Office. Last week's podcast is what I like to call one for you and one for us. To be perfectly blunt, Gina and I both just had a crazy week, and we didn't have the time set aside to do all the research that we like to do on a topic before we really blow it out and talk about it on a podcast. But we really enjoy making these podcasts, and from hearing from you guys, we think you guys enjoy hearing them also. So we wanted to put some content out there. So what we did was the first half of the podcast, we grabbed a question from a listener from a few weeks ago that we did not get a chance to talk about in our mailbag podcast. And the question is actually a really great question. It was definitely worth talking about. This person has their vision. They know what it is, but they feel like they just keep running into obstacles and it keeps throwing them off track and they're ready to throw in the towel on owning their business. That is very common. A lot of people feel that way. So we kind of break that down a little bit, talk about some things that they can do to help ease some of that frustration. It does require some patience. You have to understand that sometimes success is incremental. So we give some tips about things you can do to help you along the way, such as some visual reminders you can set for yourself, kind of trying to go out and seek out the success that you're having so that you realize that everything is not terrible. It's not all negative. You are having success. Find it, appreciate it, enjoy it while you're building up your patience until that success comes pouring through. That's the first half of the podcast. The second half of the podcast is something that really just for us. We love romantic comedies. As a personal conversation we got into, kind of bled into the podcast. So that's what we talked about. We talked about romantic comedies, and then we talked about our favorite TV shows, whether they're shows that are on the air now or shows from the past. Everybody's always looking for a show to binge. So maybe you hear something that you like. If you're only interested in the first half of the podcast, we do break it up. We tell you where this stops and where the just for us is beginning. So feel free to only listen to the first half, but we hope you stay for the whole thing and get a good TV or movie recommendation out of it. We love hearing from you guys. As always, please find us on Facebook, leave us your comments, send us your emails, and find our podcast wherever you get them. Apple, Spotify, Google. Leave us those 5-star reviews, download and listen. We really appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.